Yo, yo, welcome to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining us here in Grand Theft Auto 5. As many of you probably know, the Nintendo Switch is coming out very soon. Next year in March, Nintendo's new console will finally be released, and hopefully it does a little bit better than the Wii U. We predict it's going to do a lot better. We have Trippy Delirious joining up for a huge discussion. What's up, Trippy D?
Hello, RJ. Thanks for having me on again.
Definitely need to have you on for this one because we know Nintendo is finally going to make, I think, a huge comeback because this system has some bangers. Not only do they have the key Nintendo titles like Legend of Zelda, hopefully Legend of Zelda will make a major comeback for that franchise, but I'm looking at Skyrim, Trippy D, because this shows you that maybe Nintendo is changing. Maybe they're going to have these massive third-party open-world games. Skyrim is one of the most perfect games you could possibly release on that system because they are pushing a portability factor. Not only can you hook it up to your TV, but then you can take it with you. It has controllers, so you and your friends can hop on wherever you guys are. Now, many of you might think that that doesn't have a practical application, but once people start to use it and once it starts to get attention, trust me, people will make a practical application, whether it be at their friend's house, their family's house, whatever. So I think, like I said, this system is going to sell and get some attention. What do you think about Skyrim and other third-party games on this console, Trippy D? This could maybe make it one that even you will buy.
It's very likely, to be fair. I mean, making it a practical application, I think, is a definite. You could say the same about tablets X amount of years ago. No one's going to use them. Everybody lives with them daily, all the time. It's the portability factor, as you said. It's the same with this console. This console, you can take everything with you. So I can take Skyrim and go and sit on the train and play that, or then go online using the Wi-Fi and play games. And my God, yes, of course we want that. And if it is going to mean being able to play bigger games or cross-platform or stuff like Rockstar stuff, and maybe even Red Dead 2 to a point, could you imagine that? Oh yes,
Red Dead would be perfect for a Nintendo console. So here's what we're looking at, guys. I know some of you are wondering, why do we possibly think that Grand Theft Auto 5 could come out for the Nintendo Switch? We all know that Nintendo is not too happy with Rockstar and some of their games. Picking up prostitutes, that isn't exactly what Nintendo wants to push. But now that we have Skyrim coming out for the Switch, Skyrim has a lot of mature content. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of mature games. Bayonetta, that was kind of mature. There was Zombie U, so they'll probably come out with a new Zombie U, maybe Zombie Switch, I guess. We have the Call of Duty series, Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil, Ninja Gaiden, and here's the big one, Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs 2 looks like it could come out on the Switch, Trippy D. So if Watch Dogs is going to come out on the Switch, is there any big difference between that and Grand Theft Auto 5? Besides the obvious prostitutes, do you think that's, a good enough link there to put on the Switch, D?
Well, they're quite similar, aren't they, in game world? And they're very intensive. They have a lot going on in the background all the time. If it can play one, it's more than capable of playing the other. So I don't see any issues there, other than, like you say, possible adult content being an issue.
Yeah.
But then, they'd probably either just cut it out or change it into something completely different, or just make it cleaner, blur it out. That tends to be their type of thing. Mm-hmm. And, do I think it would stop it? No. They're going to turn down one of the biggest titles for their new console? No. They're going to want that on board with them, surely.
If they really do want to make their mark, they're coming out with all these huge games, and they're trying to put something huge in the portable market besides their 3DS, then they need Grand Theft Auto 5. It would make perfect sense. It would be the first in a long time for Nintendo, but not the first time because Nintendo had Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars showing you there is these links to Nintendo and Rockstar. They do have some history together, and hopefully Nintendo is willing to make that risk and put Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Switch. If they really are going to make the comeback by releasing Skyrim, the new Legend of Zelda game, the new Mario, all those games, Super Smash Brothers, and of course they have Resident Evil. Hopefully Resident Evil 7 will be on the Switch. If they have all of those, they need Grand Theft Auto 5 to get people like D, who's a true Rockstar fan. There's a lot of people like him that aren't going to get the Nintendo Switch unless they release games like that. Now, I will tell you guys, for those of you who are doubting the Nintendo Switch, one of the games that is going to come out for the Nintendo Switch that is a system seller, something they haven't had for a long time, is a new Pokemon game. They've never had a true Pokemon console game. They've all been for portable systems. So the fact that they're going to have one, and it's going to be probably a 10 out of 10 game for a lot of these Poke fans, they're going to buy the system. And all of those system sales are going to just bring Nintendo back into the limelight. Not only will they have the portable market, but they're going to have that buzz console with the Nintendo Switch. And another reason to think that, if you look at their history recently, what they've been doing is causing artificial hype. They barely release some of the most hype products they have. Look at the new 3DSs that they had for the Black Friday events there. They barely had any of them. A lot of people wanted the mini Nintendo Entertainment System, the mini NES. That thing sold out instantly. It's extremely hard to get because Nintendo barely made any of them available. And if you do have a Wii U, you might have tried to purchase some of the Amiibos, another product that Nintendo made extremely hard to get, basically to drive up the hype. And they're going to do the same exact thing with the Nintendo Switch. So if you're expecting to go out and buy a Nintendo Switch day one, you better have it pre-ordered or something, because it's probably not going to happen. Nintendo is going to artificially drive up the hype. It's something they've proven to do, and unfortunately, it is probably going to work. Once again, guys, it's going to probably be around $249. So is that a good price for you? What do you think, D? Say they do release Grand Theft Auto 5, of course, for the Nintendo Switch. You already have it on a couple consoles, so I know that's not going to be, a system seller for you, but would at least persuade you to maybe picking up that console.
If it looked like that there were going to be, if it looked like that 5 and say Red Dead were likely to hit it, then that would be an absolute. It would be interesting to see what it would look like and act like, to be fair, because obviously I have played it through 1 or 2 times in the past, and I would get it. I've seen the titles that they're purport to come with it. It looks good. There's a lot of pluses. There's the usual Nintendo downsides, but on the whole, realistically, I would get it. And certainly if GTA was on it, and if Rockstar was going to become a thing on the Nintendo, then yeah, it would definitely be a purchase. And especially with the price not being that bad, if I'm honest.
$250, it might be a little bit more expensive for you over there in Europe, but that's not too bad. You're right. It has to compete with the other consoles that have already been out for quite a while. We know that the new Nintendo console is not going to be more powerful than the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. So because of that, they can't make it more expensive, despite the fact that it is going to be portable. Do you give any weight to the portability factor? I mean, it would be kind of cool to play GTA 5 on the go.
That would essentially be its selling point for me, if I'm honest. I can't carry my Xbox One around with me. I can carry that. And so, if you are out and about and, you're a gamer and you spend time in places waiting around, like on trains and stuff like that, it's ideal. And you can, essentially spend a lot of time playing the games that you love to play on this thing, anywhere you are. That for me is a proper selling point. I don't see why that wouldn't be, if I'm honest. That's good. Portable console. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm with you. And we've seen it before. A portable Grand Theft Auto game exclusive to a Nintendo console. Is that enough information to lead us to believe that it could happen again? So I am predicting that Grand Theft Auto 5 will release for the Nintendo Switch. Like I said, these zombie games, Resident Evil, Ninja Gaiden, that had some mature content. It's nothing that's any worse than Grand Theft Auto 5. Delirious, what do you think? Is Nintendo going to enter the dark side and give us Grand Theft Auto 5 for their newest console?
Yeah, I believe that they will. It's too big an animal to ignore. It's made more money than anything else. It continues to make more money than anything else. I cannot believe for a minute that they wouldn't want that on their flagship platform. It's got to be a big discussion in one of their meetings currently. I feel certain of that.
I feel you there. Can there possibly be Pokemon Stars dropping the same month as Grand Theft Auto 5. That would be legendary for Nintendo, and I think it would bring a lot of us back. So hopefully Nintendo, if you're listening to this, which I'm sure you're not, but we want Grand Theft Auto 5. You know it can happen, guys. It's not that hard. We've seen it with Skyrim. If they can port Skyrim to the new Nintendo console, then they sure as hell can definitely port Grand Theft Auto 5. Thanks again for joining us, guys. Let us know what you think. Make sure to join up with the Trippy Mafia Discord. We'll have a link in the description. I know it's growing quite a bit.
It certainly is. The Discord is becoming a really big deal. It's really cool. We're all there usually for most of the day and night. You can come and discuss any theories you have with good old Chiliad Mystery. You can talk about anything you want to do. There's places for a bit of everything. So we're there. I'm there most of the time. And the regulars, you'll see us all. And it's like the mother of all chat rooms. So why don't you come along and have a chat with us?
Also join the Xbox One Trippy Comms Mafia Club if you guys are on the Xbox, and show love to Trippy D by subscribing to his channel. I'll put a link in the description. Trippy D, you got some epic stuff upcoming on your channel?
Yeah, we've got a few bits and pieces. I'm going to be continuing with the story mode run-throughs that I'm doing currently. We are live streaming on GTA Online, so if you are part of the club, the chances are it's the club I'll be inviting. So if you're part of the TCM and you are on the Xbox, then the chances are you'll end up in one of my live streams. So remember to be part of that.
Yeah, definitely be part of the community, guys. We have some really special things upcoming, especially for your December, and you can all be part of them. You guys have your opinions or maybe your theories that you want to share, maybe your thoughts on the brand new Nintendo Switch, as it will be huge. We'll probably cover that here on the channel as long as Nintendo doesn't copyright our ass. So definitely let us know what you guys think. Join up with the Discord and be part of the conversation. One last thing, guys, I want to mention that YouTube has added a feature where I can now pin your comments. So make sure to go to our videos and drop your opinions and your comments, because I will make sure to pin them to the top for everyone to see. I greatly appreciate it. And hit me up on Twitter if you guys need any assistance or want to say anything to the Trippyverse at all. Guys, that's it for Trippy D. I'm RJ. Have a good night. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. And as always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends.